Hello everyone, my name is PlasmaMuffin, and in this video I'm going to be showing how to do all the races in the new Hypixel Skyblock update. So, in the Reforge update, which happened a few days ago, they actually added the Dungeons hub, and in it there's this NPC, Guildford, who does a new race, several new races actually, and if you complete them, then you can get the where did I put that? You get the Cheetah Talisman. So the races can be very difficult if you don't know how to do it, and the game doesn't really do a good job of explaining it to you, so I decided to make a video showing how to do it. So first off, let's take a look at the races. So there's 3 races. So first off, you have to choose the destination. There's 3 places to choose from: the Crystal Core, Giant Mushroom, and Precursor Ruins. And so in each of these, there's 4 difficulty levels. First one is anything, where you are allowed to use any items, any mobility items, and basically anything you can to complete the race. After that, there's everything except Ender Pearls, where that's self-explanatory. There's no abilities, where the only ability you can use is the grappling hook, but you can also use things like speed potions. And then after that, there's nothing at all, where you can't use abilities, you can't use Ender Pearls or grappling hooks, and your maximum speed is 130. And So each difficulty on each destination is actually 4 different times. It says completed objectives 4-4. It's not actually talking about these. It says 4-4, so you might think this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the 4th one. But actually, let's go to a different one, and this says 0 of 4, but this one says 3 of 4. So each difficulty of each race actually has, I think, 4 different times to beat. So the first time you do the race with nothing at all, you might have to get to the end in 1 minute. Let's actually turn off chat because it's getting distracting. So the first race you might have to get to the end in 1 minute. Then the next time you do it, you might have to get there in 45 seconds, and 30 seconds, and 20 seconds. So each time it gets, you have to complete it in a shorter amount of time. And let's say you complete it in 20 seconds the first time, but the first time you only have to complete it in 1 minute, and the second time you have to complete it in 45 seconds. Even though your completion of 20 seconds is below both of those, you'll still have to do it twice. You'll still have to do it. That only counts for doing the 60-second one, so you have to do it again to do the 45-second one, and then so on. Now, you actually don't have to do all the races to get the Cheetah Talisman. Every time you complete one of the races on one of the difficulties all 4 times, in all 4 durations, then you will get 1 talisman. And if you already have the talisman, you'll get an upgrade. So I could do 3 of these settings for just the Crystal Core and get the fully upgraded Cheetah Talisman. And all the races after that point just give you Wither Essence, and I don't know what that does yet. So now I'm going to show how to do each of these races. Let's see, I'm going to do the Crystal Core race and set it on anything, because I'm not actually trying to complete the race this time, because I already have, and I'm just going to be showing you where to go, because the game actually does a very poor job of telling you where to go. As you can see, you have this little particle here that tells you which direction to go, but the thing is, it's kind of slow, and sometimes it takes a second for it to actually update. Like, you can see that there wasn't anything for a second. So sometimes if you actually outrun the particles, then you won't know where to go from there. And also, the path it tells you to go is not actually the fastest path, weirdly enough. So this is, whoops. See, this is why I wanted to do the everything is allowed thing, because makes it a bit easier. So you also have this cancel race button here, where you'll reset the race and go back to the beginning, and that's going to be very important in a minute. So I'm going to show the best way to do the crystal race. So to start, you actually don't go that way, you go this way. These are the leaderboards. Go this way and go up these stairs and jump down here, and you'll just skip a bunch of that stuff, which shaves off quite a bit of time. I would recommend that you have pumpkin or farmer boots, as they give you extra speed, and also some kind of magic armor so you can use the rogue sword or aspect of the end. So now it's telling me to go this way, but actually what I want to do is right here I'm going to drop down onto this platform, and then you want to drop down right here, and as you do it, stay on the right side and hold down the W key, and that will end up putting you here, and you can actually just skip like 90% of the race. Then you go here, jump on this. You can actually try and parkour from there, but I find that that's difficult and just ends up wasting time. So then it wants you to jump over on these. As you can see, since I skipped the sparklies that tell me where to go, they're no longer telling me where to go, which is not helpful. But here you just drop down here. You take very little fall damage, so don't worry about it. And you climb up this little crystal here, jump over to here, and then you can simply parkour to the end. And if you fall and you're using the everything setting, you can just use grappling hook, and you step on the pressure plate to finish it. That was a terrible time because I wasn't actually trying. So the first time you beat one of these things, when you beat all 4 times for one specific thing, then you will get the Cat Talisman. Once you beat another one with all 4 times, another difficulty, you will get the Lynx Talisman, and the 3rd time you'll get the Cheetah Talisman. Each upgrades the rarity of the talisman as well. So that's the fastest way to do the Crystal Core race. Now let's show the Giant Mushroom race. And you actually want to go the same way. Just jump over all those things. You're also going to want a grappling hook and ender pearls. Now it actually says to go through the left or the second tunnel, but you actually want to go through the right tunnel. And actually you want to do this on the crystal race as well, because the second and first tunnels both lead to the same place, but this is a more direct route, so it's faster. And you can actually drop down here if you want. You don't have to drop down from that point, as long as you end up on this thing. So then drop down here as usual. And no, wait, hold on. I'm being silly. Okay, I haven't actually completed all the races, so my memory is a little shaky on some of them. The one I have the most practice with is the crystal race. So you actually don't even need to go there. Forget I said that. You actually just need to drop down here, and this is actually a shortcut to this area. However, as you can see, there really isn't anything to jump up on, so you might want to try and land on one of those mushrooms. Either that, or just use a grappling hook if that's allowed. Then you just jump along these mushrooms, and whoa, that's a little shaky there. Then go up to this top of the mushroom and step on the pressure plate. So I don't think I actually made any progress there. Did a fireworks sound. Did I actually... hang on, let's turn on chat. That is not chat. Nope, it doesn't say that. Anyway, so that's the mushroom race. Now we're going to do the Precursor Ruins. Oh, those are just other people setting off fireworks. Okay, that makes sense. Precursor Ruins, let's do anything. Time to beat 50. I'm gonna actually try and beat this time. Alright, I'm actually gonna try and beat it this time. Is this... I actually kind of forgot the way you're supposed to go for this race. So, but this is actually... I remember it being the easiest race to do. Oh yeah, no, I remember how to go this way. Now, the difficulties where you're allowed to use more abilities are actually harder because to compensate for being able to use more abilities, you actually have a stricter time limit. As you can see, I easily did this in like 30 seconds just because I grappled. And as you can see, okay, I'm going to have to edit that out. That's okay. So as you can see, it gives me Wither Essence, 3 Wither Essence, and again, I don't know what that does. So that's how you get to each of these. Now, so let's, for the remaining ones, I'm just going to be doing the Crystal Core because that's one I'm most familiar with. So, so first off, I'm going to show you actually how to do the anything. Should I do that? Actually, no, let's do the nothing at all right here. So this one, this is interesting because you have more time because you're not allowed to use anything, and that compensates for it. And if you have speed potions, then those will not, they'll only get you up to 130 speed. So if you already have that, then there's no point in using speed potions. However, rabbit potions, which give you jump boost, they are actually helpful because jump boost is allowed and it works. And if you have jump boost, then for example, you can just jump down there and see that guy just jumped right up there. You can do that if you have jump boost potions. That's actually how I did this. And also if you had jump boost, you'd just be able to jump up there easy peasy. But I don't have jump boost here, so I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way. But yeah, I would strongly recommend getting rabbit potions. You can brew them yourself, or you can probably find them on the auction house. I found them pretty easily. And actually someone gave me one for this, so you might actually try asking some people here, see if they have any extras that they're willing to give you. Maybe even do a splash so everyone can get one. So that's doing the race with nothing. Basically just use a rabbit potion and you should be able to do all 4 difficulties easy enough. And again, you don't have to do all these, you only have to do 3. So you could do the anything setting for all 3 of the races, or you could do anything, no pearls and no abilities, just for the Crystal Core one, or any combination, as long as you complete all 4 times for 3 of these things. There's also toggle run back, where enable if you want to race back to the start after reaching the end. I don't do that because that's boring and I don't know why anyone would want to do that. But the next thing is no abilities, so you can still use grappling hooks. And actually if you have bat person armor, which lowers, or I think it might remove the cooldown of grappling hooks, that is actually allowed. Also I believe all armor bonuses like these farmer boots, I think that works, I don't know. But there's actually kind of a cheat you can do. So let's cancel the race here. And now you're not allowed to use something like the rogue sword because you're not allowed to use abilities. If I try and use it, it says you can't use item abilities in this race. By the way, the armor setup I'm using is full crystal armor, except the boots are replaced with farmer boots. And the thing is, if you have the full set, then it actually, the stats of the armor change from 0 to 200% depending on the current light level. So that means that not only can you get higher maximum mana and higher stats, but also if you're in a dark area, sometimes you can get less stats than the armor would otherwise give. So if you take off the boots in a dark area, you'll actually get more. As you can see, with the boots on, is this area dark enough? What is the current light level 4? Yeah, okay, so right now I have 517 max mana, take the boots off, and I have 597. So actually just doing full crystal, but with farmer boots is actually probably the best way to go, unless you have wise or young armor. But, so you can't use abilities in this race, but there is an exploit you can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spam the rogue sword, just stack a bunch of abilities, which makes me go super fast. Then I'm going to start the race, and technically I'm not actually, wait, it didn't work this time. Oh, did they patch that? Okay, so what I did is I got the speed first, and then when I started the race, then it kept the speed, but apparently they fixed that, so you can no longer do that, which kind of sucks. Oh well. but but doing it with just grappling hooks isn't really that hard once you know the route. I've shown the fastest routes to each of the ones. Let's actually I want to show you something here for the Precursor Ruins. And that is that I wish you could just hold it down to do all of them at once. And I fell down, that's not what I meant to do. But, so up there, when you're running across that part, you actually want to jump up on that pillar, because you're going to end up just going there anyway. So if you have a rabbit potion, which I would recommend, don't fall, by the way, that's bad. If you have a rabbit potion, just jump on that. Now, let's see, do I have ender pearls here? I do not. Okay, let's go back to the hub real quick and get some ender pearls, because I need them for this next demonstration. Excuse me. I don't need a ton, just a few. I'm just going to buy them from the bazaar. I could just go to the end and get some, but this is more convenient. Buy instantly, custom amount. Just get 16. There we go. And by the way, to access the Dungeons Hub, you right-click the menu, left-click on Fast Travel, then you can click on the Dungeons Hub. And you can do that from anywhere. It's very convenient. So now that I have ender pearls, I'm going to show you a little cheat. So this is how I did the anything one, because the fastest speed that if you want to complete this one, you have to actually do it in like what, 20 seconds, 25 seconds is crazy. Oh yeah, okay, the checkpoint isn't working. Thank you for bringing that up, Dominix. So sometimes when you step on the pressure plate, it doesn't actually trigger. And I'm told that's due to server lag. So sometimes, especially if you're going super fast, let's cancel the race. Oh, by the way, be wary of shift right-clicking on other players, because sometimes I'll send them a trade request when you're trying to just use your ability, and if that GUI pops up in the middle of the race, which it did once for me, then that's a problem. So as you can see, I went right over the pressure plate, but I'm going too fast for the game to actually register it. So to do that, I either need to slow down, or what I usually do is I just go to it and hold shift, or hit shift, or whatever. And this happens with the end pressure plate too, so sometimes you'll make it to the end, but it won't register it. So, and seconds can count here. So, there's actually a way to cheese the anything allowed race with ender pearls. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Speed things up a bit. I can just jump down here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so now, as you can see, I'm by the end. Hopefully they haven't patched this. I would hate it if they did, because then my entire strategy goes out the window, and so does this video. But what you do is you get far away from the end, throw an ender pearl, cancel the race, which teleports you back, then step on that. Yes! There we go. See, it worked. So what happened? That was kind of fast. I did that pretty fast, so you probably can't tell exactly what was going on. Basically, what was happening there is I threw the ender pearl, and then while it was in the air, I reset the race, which teleported me back here. Then I stepped on the pressure plate to start a new race, so that reset the timer, and then the ender pearl landed, which teleported me to right next to the end pressure plate, which I then stepped on, and I did the race in like 1 second. That's how you have all these ridiculously low times here. Like, see, this guy did it in 1 second, 983 milliseconds, or whatever you want to call that. I think that's with run back. Not sure. Anyway, so that's how you do that. And as far as I know, that works with all the races. Should. I don't see why it wouldn't. So, real quick, I'm just going to do one more. Let's do the Precursor Ruins with nothing but grappling hook. And again, wait, what? Okay, that was weird. I clicked on the leaderboard instead of using the grappling hook. That was very weird. Reset the race. Just run here. Again, if you have this guy, he's got young dragon armor, looks like, possibly wise. If you have that, it's a major help. And again, rabbit potions are incredibly helpful here when you're not allowed to use ender pearls. I would actually not recommend using an aspect of the end, because I just find the aspect of the end to be very difficult to actually use properly. And there we go, 35 seconds. I don't think that's how much. What is the time you're supposed to do here? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so that's how you do the races. That's the quickest route to each one of them, and a few little tricks for each difficulty. If I missed anything, I feel like I probably missed something that I meant to bring up here. If I did, please let me know in the comments if you have any other questions, and I might make a part 2 if there's some things that I did not actually address here properly. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to say? No, I think that's pretty much it. So again, just to recap, you only need to do 3 of these, completing all the durations, all the timers for just 3 of these to get the full upgraded talisman. There's no point in doing the rest. Like, as you can see, I haven't done most of these other ones. Also, the Precursor Ruins one is the fastest because you can just grapple at the end there, where you saw I just skipped the entire thing. I didn't climb down the ladder or anything. I just grappled away, and you can even just use ender pearls, which is even faster. Recommended gear is grappling hook. If you want to do if you're doing the anything difficulty, literally all you need is ender pearls, because it doesn't matter how fast you get there. It just matters how fast you can click, go back, and then step on the pressure plate. And but I would recommend that you get some kind of armor set that gives you mana, like the Wise Dragon armor, or Crystal armor, or Magma armor. Farmer boots are good. You could also potentially use Spider boots or Tarantula boots for the double jump, but obviously that won't work if you have the no abilities run. If you're doing the run with no abilities, Wise Dragon armor gives you lots of mana and is also good. So, Farmer boots, Crystal armor, Rogue sword, ender pearls, which you can just buy off the bazaar even if you don't have access to the end, and grappling hook. Oh, and rabbit potions. So that's it. I hope I covered everything. If I didn't, if you have any other questions or criticism of this video, please let me know in the comments if it was helpful or not, if I missed anything, if I didn't, anything like that. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.